Tonight, a former Gadsden County High School principal is suing the school board and superintendent. He's alleging retaliation after reporting claims a school resource officer sexually harassed multiple students. Our Julia Miller talked with the former principal's attorney today and has more from Gadsden County.
Marlon Ball, along with attorney Brandon Meeks, filed the lawsuit this week against the Gadsden County School Board and Superintendent Alleging, saying Ball was punished for doing what was right and now wants justice.
He did what he was mandated to do, reported these allegations these young women made, and thereafter he is retaliated against.
Brandon Meeks, former Gadsden County High School principal, Marlon Ball's attorney, says Ball reported claims that a school resource officer sexually harassed multiple students and, after speaking publicly about school matters, faced retaliation.
You know, we should give an award to someone who does these type of things, right? But after that, he's fired, he's terminated, and they've used that as a pretext for which to terminate him.
The accused officer was arrested earlier this month on multiple felony charges related to alleged conduct involving students. Gadsden County School Resource Deputy Sedale Candade was arrested nearly 2 weeks ago on sexual battery charges around the same time referenced in the court document.
There are children who have obviously suffered, more than him, but he did the right thing in making sure that they had a voice. And obviously it ain't right for him to be punished for that.
The lawsuit claims the retaliation included Ball's reassignment from the high school, surveillance, an undisclosed investigation, disciplinary actions, threats to reduce his pay, exclusion from meetings and trainings, and the decision not to renew his administrative contract. Ball claims those actions violated Florida's Whistleblower Act and his First Amendment rights.
So he goes from his prestigious position leading the banner school of the county to in a portable with no AC, and then ultimately fired. And that's what we're fighting for redress for here. It was absolutely in direct retaliation, and that Mr. Ball deserves compensation therefore.
We reached out to the school district attorney for a comment Wednesday and have yet to hear back. Reporting in Gadsden, Julia Miller, WCTV Eyewitness News.